Hello everyone, Gomez here from the LAN Up channel for the second time today with more card reveals. Obviously I did the ones on LeBlanc earlier today and now we're going to be getting some more. Obviously we're getting 7 cards tonight. Are we going to see a certain golden Birdman, or is he going to be tomorrow? Are we going to get reveals tomorrow? Who knows? Let's get in and see what these 7 cards are tonight. So sadly, nothing on Twitter today, but these are the 7 cards. I'm guessing, I mean, to be fair, it makes sense to show the big Birdman on the last reveal, because obviously there are reveals tomorrow. It does say up the top there's going to be reveals on which on last one, which it makes sense, right? It makes sense. Show the big Birdman right at the end for the climax of boom. We then go into the expansion on the 3rd. But anyway, let's get into these other Shurima cards that they have shown us. So we have got a 1 mana Sand Soldier, which it does do. So it deals 1 damage. So this is like the monkeys, like the casks that we see in PNC. There's already, like, you know, some nice synergy, looking like it's working with Shadow Owls in terms of that, of things dying and that with Nasus. And so already the ability to put this in with Prankster and cards like that. I mean, we already know that I did a deck not too long ago on the Snap Vines and the ability of getting cheap cards out, but then them doing damage onto the enemy nexus as well as turning into a 5/3. But honestly, I actually do like the sounds of this because it's another region which has got like that kind of cards. Because obviously we know, as I said, monkeys in what's his face, like at Bilgewater. You've got the casks in PNZ. You've got, wait a minute, I'm just trying to think, is there actually something in Shadow Walls which just pings you for 1 damage upon its death? I can't remember. I know that obviously you got Prankster and Neverglade Collector, which work off of that. But what I mean is I can't remember whether it's a card. But I do like that this is a thing. And Sand Soldier, I'm guessing. And so we've seen a little bit more ephemeral use yet again, because there was that landmark which makes the 5/2 ephemeral Sand Soldiers as well, or Soul, whatever it was, Sand something. So honestly, I am liking the looks of this. It means that, yeah, again, it's just so versatile in terms of the fact that it can go in Shadow Isles. It could go into potentially like a few different things. I mean, it's mostly going to be Shadow Isles rather than ephemeral, but I mean, it does open up a few different avenues of use in terms of the fact that, as I said, this could be used in Ionia with Deathmark as well. It's less likely, but the option is there. That's the point that I want to make. Okay, and so we've got a 1 mana which is June Keeper, who is obviously the guy who we saw from the cinematic as well. When I'm summoned, summon a Sand Soldier for 1 cost. Boom, he's coming onto the board at 2/1, but he's also summoning an ephemeral 1/1 that will be doing damage to the enemy nexus upon its death, which I said it's just some nice like potential synergies, especially working with that slain mechanic with Nasus. But also we don't know whether or not this is going to be alluding to maybe Birdman, because a lot of people have said that the Golden Birdman, I never say his name, the Golden Birdman, they say that he's probably going to do like a lot of summoning, like summoning soldiers or summoning things. So potentially, for all we know, like when he comes on a board, he could be a bit like Hecarim in terms of the fact that he could bring Sand Soldiers or bring the 5/2 ephemerals out when he goes forward. Like who knows how it's going to go down. Obviously we will find out tomorrow, but it's just putting those cards in and laying the groundwork for that. We have a 2 mana, which is 2 mana landmark. So so many landmarks getting involved. Whereby it does actually look like we've got Birdman atop it. When allies attack, summon. So it's much like that other landmark, which I believe was it 3. It was 5 cost, wasn't it? There's that 5 cost landmark. Well, I'm gonna actually hunt it down now. Yep, Sandswept Tomb, which is that one which does summon the Sandstone Charger, who is the 5/2. So it's another landmark which is yet again summoning another unit, and so it'd be the one, but this one is doing damage to that enemy nexus. So the ability of putting this forward in an ephemeral deck, especially one which is using Prankster or Neverglade Collector, the idea is going forward, getting Shark Chariot out, and so Shark Chariot then goes, if you've got a Prankster or Collector on the board, every single time when you're going forward, it's making this, which will then make the Shark. So it's literally, you can attack forward with anything. It doesn't have to be ephemeral, but when allies attack, summon, an attacking Sandstorm, so it will be doing that, which should summon the Shark Chariots back, and then them going forward, 1 damage going into the enemy Nexus from the Stand Shoulder, as well as 1 damage going in from Prankster or Collector, and another damage going in because of the Chariot Shark. So actually, a nice ephemeral, continuous damage deck coming off here. As I said, Ray, nicely paired with Shadow Isles, and can work with that Slain mechanic, as well as it could just be a Prankster burn / like a Neverlay Collector kind of deck. So actually, quite nice, and already seeing synergies there that could be working with Nasus and maybe even Kindred as well. Let's go into the next one. So we've got Sandcrafter, attack, summon, summon and attack. So yeah, again, just more sand. So what this does is, I mean, I'm about to go to the next card. I've just seen what the next card. There was me about to say that maybe, Birdman's gonna do like increasing the damage of Sand Soldiers, but we'll get to that because it looks like we're gonna get to that card next. But it's continual distance. So it's a 4-drop that every single time when you are attacking forward, punching forward, it is yet again summoning one of these 1/1s, which will be doing 1 damage to the enemy Nexus, slowly burn them down. As I said, yet again with Prankster or Neverglade Collector is really good, as well as the fact that at a 5 health stat, that's not a bad health stat in terms of the fact that it's going to be surviving a lot of things, and 3 attack, is yet again an okay stat line to mean that it's gonna at least go forward maybe once or twice and work with that synergy that is working there. So actually not too bad there from the Sandcrafter, as well as the fact that, yeah, again, this works with Hecarim, this works with the Slain mechanic, there's all those things and more. Anyway, I was gonna say that maybe Big Birdman does increase damage on these Sand Soldiers, but we have got this 4-mana slow speed spell, which is Desert's Wrath, which is grant allied Sand Soldiers, which are everywhere, +1 attack. So getting up that attack from 1 to 2, as well as the fact that it will be doing obviously that 1 damage regardless into the enemy Nexus, and then boom, it's also got the ability of summoning 2 Sand Soldiers with this. So it can either be used in attack or defense, and the fact that you're going to be starting to increase those Sand Soldiers, so all these different ways of summoning Sand Soldiers, boom, like even the landmark, it's increasing that value, as well as the fact that you could pair this with Bilgewater, right? Because Bilgewater already has those monkeys that are going to be coming out, but not only that, it does also have Taskmaster, and Taskmaster increases all 1s, which it 1-drops by 1 attack as well. So therefore you can use this spell, you can use that Taskmaster to be able to start getting these 1/1s up, which will help with this, but also if you were to run monkeys in that deck, so some kind of weird plunder deck. We already know that dice is a thing, loaded dice is a thing, so potentially the ability of attacking forward with like loads of Sand Soldiers, get maybe a monkey or 2, but using loaded dice, all that nab is, I mean, it's a potential, right? I mean, it's definitely going to be memed here, but it's a potential for banter. So actually quite a nice little synergy thing going over here with these Sand Soldiers. And so we've got 2 more cards. We've got Inspiring Marshal. When you summon another ally, give it +2 this round. So it's not like crazy, but it is but let's be fair, it's not crazy, right? In terms of the fact it's a 5-drop, it does have a good health stat as well as a good attack stat. So it's got a good health stat. It's going to be like something that's going to stay on that board for a little bit. But it is when you summon another ally, give it +2 this round. So it's only going to be for the round. It's not a grant mechanic, but by the looks of it, it is just like is it a what I need to find out is whether is this a continuous effect. It just says when you summon another ally, so I'm assuming that is, because it doesn't say like that other text where it says the next ally, it's another ally. So I'm assuming while this is on the board, it's because actually that's not too bad if that is a continuous thing. By that I mean, so whenever you summon another ally, give them +2. So if you then were to say use Desert's Wrath, you'd be getting 2 Sand Soldiers who would already be at 2 attack because of the Desert's Wrath itself, but then there'd be 4 attack if they got summoned into this, as well as the fact that Sandcrafter just going forward summons an attacking soldier, which will then be a free one, like in terms of if you hadn't used Desert's Wrath already, and Emperor's Deus, which it would be summoning another Sand soldier, which would then go yet again to free attack. So actually, if it's a continuous effect, it's not too bad with summon mechanics that are going to be summoning multiple things to the field of play, as well as the fact that they're going to be doing 1 damage to the enemy nexus anyway. So actually, potential. And that leads me to our last one, which is a 12 cost unit, which is the Sandstone. I'm Chinera? I've probably definitely said that name wrong. Reduce my cost by 1 for each time that an ally attacked this game. So actually, very quick to get that cost down, right? In terms of the fact that it's very quick to get that cost down because there is so many different things you can be attacking forward with. Its one downside is the fact that it doesn't have any keywords, but not necessarily a doubt, because obviously, like, whenever we see these big 6/6s that we see, like, from different regions, we've got like the PNZ one that's got quick attack, we've got the one from Targon that's got overwhelm, like, or we've got the fearsome one, which I think is a 5/5 rather than a 6/6 from Shadow Isles, which is like every single time somebody's died, it goes down in cost. It's not necessarily a bad point, because the fact that we know that we've got Siva in that region who can give keywords to other things, so actually potentially getting this thing down to costing basically 0 at a point, right, after you've attacked forward, like, you know, a number of times with like loads of different things, like especially if you summon a bunch of things to attack forward with, get this cost down, then going forward with somebody like Siva, who you could give them, which is already going to be getting quick attack and potentially spell shield with her, right, but also the ability of giving it overwhelm or whatever challenger, like anything along those lines, like those kind of keywords that you can work with through that. So I can kind of understand why they didn't give it an initial keyword, because admittedly that's a lot, it's like a little bit of time to wait, right, because you got to wait for it to go down in cost from killing things, only for something which is not going to have a keyword. But I guess in the region that it's run, there is ways of giving it keywords, not even with Siva herself, it's actually just using Lucky Find, right, to be able to give keywords to it. But that'd be what I'll say is a thing that, like, literally, it's good, but it would have been better if it had its own keyword before having to add additional keywords, because bear in mind that Siva's keywords are not permanent. She doesn't grant keywords, she just gives it to them while attacking, so that's important to remember. But obviously, I said that can go down in cost very quickly, so let's see what happens with that, right? I can see maybe putting it into a deck, but, you know, I might need to be convinced a little bit more to put that into a deck. But those are the 7 cards for this evening. Obviously, we're going to get most likely the last champion tomorrow and the last set of cards, one would assume, tomorrow, and then boom, the third is when it all kicks off. Good times are ahead. This is actually shaping up to be an amazing set, right, in terms of everything that's in here, so I cannot wait to get in there and start crafting. So those are the cards of today. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, how you think you'd use these cards, like what kind of things like you're already excited for getting involved with, as well as the fact that obviously shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter and Instagram. If you wish to get in, which is like catch me live on Twitch, I'm live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, so you want to come catch the action live, have a good time and have a laugh, why not consider popping by, as well as the fact that obviously there is the Discord link down below if you want to join that and start commenting on these things immediately and talking to people and maybe even deck crafting. The options are open to you, but honestly, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a great time. I'm like got my goal, my end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers / subscribers on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube is basically halfway there, and we've got Twitch. It's gonna take a little bit more of a struggle on Twitch, but I can see us making it. And honestly, just thank you all so much for the support. If you've not already hit that subscribe button, why not consider it? But honestly, just thank you all so much. I hope you have a great day, with your evening or whatever it is. Until next time, bye.
From flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me. Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.